another movie reviews video. I have two new movies that I saw in the cinemas this week. I saw one of them twice, so that's how it makes up only two, even though I have been to the cinema more than twice this week. I will leave last week's movie reviews video linked up here in case you missed it and want to hear my thoughts on some other new releases. So this week I went to see, first of all, I went to see Captain Marvel. I saw this first in a Dolby screen, and then I saw it again later on in the week in just a regular screen. I wanted to do this to be able to kind of give a comparison as well, because a few people say, oh, you have to see it in IMAX, or you have to see it in 3D, you have to see it in Dolby, and other people are like, just go and see it in a regular screen. I wanted to see it in Dolby because I knew that the sound was going to be awesome, and I knew that seeing it on a slightly bigger screen would also be really quite cool. And I can say that it did make a difference between that and the regular screen. I noticed the difference in the sound in particular, because it's one of those movies that does have some like quiet atmospheric moments, as well as some like loud fighty, shouty sequences. You really can see the difference between the two in a more extreme way in the Dolby than you can in the regular cinema. And I even found it a little bit difficult to hear some of the quieter bits in the regular cinema. Also, the regular cinema I saw was busier because it was a snow day here, whereas I saw the Dolby in the first screening on Monday morning, so that was a little bit quieter. I thought it was a really good movie. Obviously, always no spoilers here. I loved Brie Larson and what she did with it. I didn't know before going to watch it that Jude Law was in it, so that was interesting. I liked some of the links and the nods to some of the other films. This film links quite closely with the Avengers films. Nick Fury is in it, as you can see from the trailers. And so there's some nods to some of those. It has made me very, very, very excited for Avengers Endgame, which I'm sure was part of the whole purpose of it and the bit that they decided to do in this bit. At the beginning of the film, the Marvel sequence that normally has the kind of comic book characters morphing into the real life usual people we're used to seeing in the Marvel films, that bit was more like a tribute to Stan Lee, so that was really cool. Even when I went to see Deadpool, that Deadpool Once Upon a Christmas, that had a tribute to Stan Lee at the end, but it didn't have this beginning sequence, so that was something that was a little bit different. I loved the music. I loved the kind of throwback nature of it as well. We have things like Blockbuster Video, Radio Shack and Pages in there. And so that, for somebody of my generation who remembers all of that, it was a cool throwback, and I just really enjoyed it, and I was more than happy to see it twice. More than happy. And then the second film I watched in the cinemas this week, Captain Marvel being the first and third film, was 5 Feet Apart. How did I forget the name of that? It's because I get confused as to whether it's called 5 Feet Apart or 6 Feet Apart. I really enjoyed this film. I am going to be posting a book versus movie video on this one, so make sure you are subscribed so that that lands in your subscription feed, because it's going to be coming up this week. It's already filmed, so once that is up, I will try and leave a link on this video in case you're coming back to this one later. But 5 Feet Apart, I enjoyed the movie. I have read the book, so some of the things that happened I knew were coming. However, the film did make me cry 3 times, whereas the book didn't. Even though I knew what was coming. It's a cute film. Definitely, if you enjoyed The Fault in Our Stars movie, you will like this one. If you enjoyed the likes of Me Before You, Me, Earl and the Dying Girl, it had the feels of all of those films. It takes issues, but definitely I enjoyed it. It was good. There was me and 2 other people in a Thursday night, late night premiere So that was interesting. Although the screening before, they tend to have 2 screenings on a Thursday night. The screening before was showing us almost full, and yet my screening, there was 3 of us, and that was it. But anyway, as I say, I will have left last week's movie reviews video linked for you in case you missed that. I will have another movie reviews video for you next Sunday. That book versus movie is coming up this week, so do make sure you are subscribed. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, leave me a comment if there is a particular film that you would like to hear my thoughts on. I am always happy to go to the cinema and watch something because somebody wants to hear my thoughts on it. Or if there's a book versus movie you would like me to do, leave me that in the comments below. And I will see you with another bookish video tomorrow and another movie video next Sunday. Bye.